Good evening, Oswego, and welcome to WTOP 10 Wednesday Night News, your connection to Oswego and beyond. I'm John Mangello.
And I'm Marissa Sarback. Today is September 26th, and this is your news, sports, and weather, all before the first commercial break. Let's take a look at your top stories. 10 News starts now.
An Iranian television correspondent was killed today after Syrian rebels attacked a military building in Damascus, the second attack on a military facility in 2 days. The Free Syrian Army, a prominent group who has been battling government forces, has taken responsibility for the attack. This comes a day after they assaulted a Damascus school building which was being used by Syrian intelligence.
Singer Andy Williams is dead. His publicist says that Williams died at his home in Branson, Missouri on Tuesday after a year-long fight with bladder cancer. He is best known for the Oscar-winning film Moon River from the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's. He is survived by his wife Debbie and 3 children, Robert, Noel, and Christian. Williams was 84 years old.
It's so sad when somebody this influential passes away.
I know, it really is quite a tragedy.
We send our condolences from everybody over here.
We do.
And now we'll check our current conditions outside with meteorologist Rob Camille.
Rob, what's it looking like out there?
Thanks a lot, guys, and good evening, Oswego. I'm meteorologist Robert Camille, standing outside the campus right now with a quick look at your current conditions outside here on the lake shore. Temperature sitting at 59 degrees, noticeably warmer than the past few days, but we just had a cold front move through, bringing us a little bit of rain. We're stuck with the rest of the cloud cover right now, not exactly ruling out a chance of a passing shower as the night goes on, but for right now, it looks like just clouds are going to be the bothersome part of the night. Still a bit breezy out here as well. Winds out of the west-northwest, kind of sitting in between 5 and 10 miles an hour. Looking at your radar, you can see the line of showers and thunderstorms that move through the North Country and out of eastern Lake Ontario. That was because of that cold front that brought us a couple showers earlier. It really affected Watertown and places north of there the most. We escaped the brunt of it. But as we look at our 3-day forecast, we've got a nice break of 2 days without much of a chance of rain. But on Saturday, the rain returns. How long is it going to stick around? Will your weekend be a washout? What's going to happen at the beginning of your work week? I'll have your full forecast coming up. Back to you guys in the studio.
Oswego legislators approved another large payout to jail inmates in other counties, and what they are hoping will be the final payment. The Public Safety and Emergency Services Committee approved another $200,000 to the county sheriff's office to hold overflow inmates in jails outside the county. This new money puts the county more than $1 million over the budget for jail costs.
A Cayuga County man who molested a 3-year-old and subjected a 6-year-old to sexual contact was sentenced to 57 years in state prison. Robert Knapp of Locked was convicted after the child's mother walked in on the abuse. Knapp was convicted of 11 counts of rape in the first degree. After his sentencing, prosecutors say Knapp screamed obscenities and tried to attack sheriff's deputies. Cayuga County District Attorney John Buttleman says Knapp doesn't deserve to see the light of day.
If you're hoping to pick up a retail job during the busy holiday season, the time to do so is now.
The outlook for holiday hiring looks a little more merry and bright than in recent years. Here's today's Consumer Watch.
Well, than it did last year, but still well below pre-recession numbers. That's according to a forecast from Challenger Gray and Christmas. Among the major retailers leading holiday hiring, Toys R Us plans to hire 45,000 holiday workers, 5,000 more than last year. Kohl's more than 52,000, up 10% over 2011. Walmart 50,000 and Target between 80 and 90,000, slightly lower than last year, the retailer says, because they've hired more permanent workers. Holiday job seekers should look outside the big box too. For example, Kohl's will add another 5,700 positions at its distribution centers. Amazon will bring on 5,000 seasonal workers. The major shipping companies will also hire extra hands to keep up with the holiday rush. Start your research early. Applications will start piling up between October 1st and Halloween. Challenger Gray and Christmas also advises applying at establishments where you're a frequent customer. That way you'll have some knowledge of the store and the products that can set you apart from the pack. For Consumer Watch, I'm Karen Kafa.
Living Suites, an apartment complex for college students being built within the city of Oswego, is hosting a free party at the American Foundry on October 9th at 7 p.m. to showcase the off-campus housing options they have to offer the students of SUNY Oswego. The building itself offers 18 fully furnished suite-style apartments, a movie theater, a computer lab, a fitness center, and a state-of-the-art security system, among other things. The first 20 individuals who sign a lease for next year by October 15th will receive a free iPad or other tablet when they move in. Students can register for this event by calling 315-593-2270. More information can also be found on the Premier Living Suites Facebook page.
The Alana Banquet and Reception will be held this Friday, September 28th, in the Hewitt Union Ballroom. The event will begin at 4:30 and will be presented by SUNY Oswego's Alana Student Leadership Conference. Entertainment will be provided by the college's gospel choir, Latin jazz ensemble, and also DJ Tumbo. Tickets are $10 for SUNY Oswego students, $15 for seniors, faculty, and staff, and $18 for the general public.
And now we'll see what's going on in sports with Ben Sperduti.
Thanks, John. Well, today the athletics department here at Oswego named its temporary leader. Longtime assistant athletic director Cora Brumley was named interim director this afternoon. Brumley has been a part of the administration since 2006, standing in for former director, Timothy Hale, who retired last month. Brumley's NCAA experience includes 6 successfully written grants since 2004, including one for Oswego State last year. The program will begin the national search for a new director in the coming months. And coming up later, could the NFL ref lockout be coming to a close? Find out in my full sports report later. Back to Marissa and John.
And coming up after the break, Romney releases a new campaign.
And protests arrive in Greece and Iran. Stay tuned to WTOP 10 News.
Well, we just had a line of showers and thunderstorms move through central New York and the North Country. As we look at our 3-day, we've got a nice break in the rain coming up. How long is it going to last, and what's your weekend looking like? I'll have your full forecast coming up.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDania Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Coming to a town you're watching WTOP TV 10, Oswego, New York. I'm the Kid Cowboy.
Change it on the fly, I guess. And a very good evening to you out there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rob Camille, meteorologist here at WTOP 10 with a full look at your forecast right now. Let's take one look back outside at the campus center. 59 degrees is where the mercury sits right now. A lot of heavy clouds still sticking around from the rain that we've had earlier because of the cold front that moved through. We're not expecting much more in the way of rain for the rest of the night, but I would not rule out a passing shower or two as we go through maybe midnight into 1 o'clock. Dew point right now is at 55 degrees. Humidity is still at 92%, still very moist out there, and it's still a bit of a breeze out there as well. Winds out of the west-northwest hovering in between 5 and 10 miles an hour. Around the rest of the county, 64 degrees in Mexico right now, 62 in Minetto, 66 in Fulton, 62 up in Pulaski. As we go further east in the county, 65 in Central Square, 63 in Almar, and all the way out to the east, 60 degrees in Redfield. New York. Around the rest of the state we go. Our hotspot right now, New York City, still checking in, hovering around the 70-degree mark. 61 degrees in Binghamton, 64 in the state capital of Albany, 67 to our neighbors down the south of 481 in Syracuse. And because of the cold front that moved through, Buffalo, New York, checking in right now at our cold spot at 59 degrees. Let's bring it back home and check in our highs and lows. 69 degrees is where the mercury topped out this afternoon. 55 degrees is what we woke up to. About average for this time of year, a few days after the autumnal equinox, first day of autumn. Nowhere near either of our records. Just take a look at that for a second. 32 degrees set back in 1978. That means on this day in 78, we didn't get past the freezing mark. I don't know about you, but I think that's a little chilly for late September. And sunrise and sunset at about 6:55 in the morning and in the evening, respectively. There's that line of showers and thunderstorms that came through because of the cold front. Most of the thunderstorms stayed to the north up towards Messina and Saranac Lake and Watertown. We only got a passing shower or two in the early and mid-evening hours. For the most part, I think we're all said and done as far as the rain goes. There's the cold front that moved through once again into northern and central New York. It's going to be impacting places like Binghamton and Albany as the night goes on. But as you can see behind the cold front, you can see that nice mass of high pressure that's sitting over the Minneapolis area into the Great Lakes. That's what's going to be giving us that nice stretch of nice weather as far as ending our week goes. So for the rest of the night, won't rule out a passing shower or two as far as the futurecast goes. There's that massive precipitation over in the North Country. Won't be affecting us too much. Tomorrow when we wake up, just a passing cloud or two from the tail end of that cold front. Most of the moisture is kept down into Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Same thing goes for tomorrow evening. The clouds start to increase once again because of a coastal system that's moving through the New Jersey and the Delmarva Peninsula areas tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. So for tonight, chance to shower a little bit early, partly cloudy later on, 46 for your low, 30% chance of rain just because there may be a shower or two sticking around. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, maybe a passing cloud or two. Very nice, very warm for this time of year, 62 degrees. Winds out of the north at 5 to 10, not much of a breeze either. Tomorrow night, pretty much the same thing, mostly clear, a little bit cooler than what we've been experiencing for the past couple days. 44 for your low. And as we look at our 5-day forecast, Thursday and Friday seem to be the best days out of the next 5 days. 65 for your high on Friday. Our next chance of rain comes in Friday night into Saturday. Sunday looks to be a washout, and the rain starts to move out by Monday. That's your forecast.
I like to hear that the rain's about to move out because I'm done with it. There's so much, honestly.
Yeah, I know. It's been a bit of a deluge as far as the weather and the rain is concerned for the past couple of days.
I don't mind if it's raining at night, but like when it's raining during the day,
right, when everybody has classes, it's a bit of a nuisance, right?
Well, thanks a lot, Rob.
No problem, John.
And now we're going to take a look at your state news. President Barack Obama and Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney went head-to-head on China, taxes, and jobs today as the two campaigned throughout the state of Ohio. Recent surveys released suggest that Romney has lost the advantage on the economy while trying to prove Obama hurt the economy during his presidency. Today, he has released a new campaign claiming President Obama does not know how to fix the economy, claiming his policies are not working for the majority of Americans, and that if he is elected, he has a plan to fix it.
The economy remains the top issue for Americans when it comes to their vote for president. Peter Brown of Quinnipiac University's Polling Institute stated that in Ohio and Florida, votes are basically split down the middle on whether the country and they and their families are worse or better off than they were 4 years ago. Ohio, with 18 electoral votes, is crucial to winning the White House.
A Peruvian reality show has received national attention recently as police continue to investigate the murder of one of the cast members of the show The Value of Truth. Ruth Talia Sayas Sanchez was found dead Saturday, and investigators have found traces of poison in her blood and signs that she was strangled. Authorities accuse her ex-boyfriend of killing her because he thinks he should be entitled to some of the money she won for being on the show. The Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool isn't doing much reflecting these days.
2 years and millions of dollars later in the renovations, the pool is the site of an embarrassing invasion. Lisa Sylvester has the details.
There's plenty to take pictures of in downtown Washington, D.C. The Lincoln Memorial, the World War II Memorial, and then there's this. Folks snapping photos of the reflecting pool.
It's really sludgy up this end.
And what's in it?
It's disgusting. It's not right.
Algae.
It smells like wet dog down here, you know. When my dog came home from a stream, he always smelled like this, so it's gross.
The Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool reopened at the end of August to great fanfare after a $34 million renovation that lasted nearly 2 years. But less than a month later, the famous pool of water is full of algae. Algae are simple organisms that thrive in areas where there is heat and sunlight. You have plenty of that here.
The water may not look great, but it doesn't pose a health or safety hazard. It's really just the yuck factor.
If it's sunny, if it's really warm, it will rise to the top. So on some days, depending on the weather, you will see algae at the top, and they looks like small islands of algae.
But why has algae suddenly become a problem? The reflecting pool was renovated to fix cracks and leaks, but it also included installing a system to draw water from the nearby tidal basin into the pool instead of using city drinking water. Algae naturally grows in the tidal basin. Plus, the renovated pool holds less water. That shallow depth is a perfect condition for algae to grow, a bit of an embarrassment for the Park Service.
The president of Iran, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, addressed the United Nations today on the second day of the General Assembly. His remarks were widely expected to prove combative, and his appearance brought thousands of protesters to the streets of New York City. He said that Iran is committed to world peace, but believes that world powers are trying to intimidate his country. President Obama, however, told the Assembly the United States will do whatever it takes to prevent Iran from obtaining any sort of nuclear weapon.
Tens of thousands of Greeks protested today in Athens and staged a nationwide general strike. The Greek government is seeking new ways to implement budget cuts of 11.5 billion euros, or 14.49 billion US dollars. This would ensure that the country receives another international bailout installment in October. The turmoil in the Eurozone has exacerbated concerns about other ailing nations such as Spain and Italy, which are also struggling with high unemployment and debt. And when we come back, we have Kyle Sheehan with what's new in the video game world. But first, here's your late night menu. I told you were supposed to be sitting there. For the
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
My name is LaDainian Tomlinson. By keeping kids in school, I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
TOP.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Now let's hear from Kyle Sheehan about new games, World of Warcraft, Mist of Pandaria, and FIFA.
Thank you very much, Marissa. There's some exciting news going on in the video game world. FIFA, for one, I mean, that game is just out of control. But we'll be taking it and show you the segment that I put together for you on these two games. The first game that I'm going to talk about is World of Warcraft Mist of Pandaria, which is released earlier this week on September 25th. This game is the fourth expansion set for the multiplayer online role-playing game. This game has new features such as a new race and new class. The new race is the Pandera, which is available to use on both the Horde and Alliance players, which will help you discover secrets about their ancient homeland. The new class, the Monk, will show their martial arts secrets. Monks are capable in every role, such as damage, defense, and healing. The next game that I will explain is FIFA 13. This game was also released on September 25th for systems like Xbox 360 and PS3. The game also has specific features that make it better than the last one. One feature is an all-new attacking intelligence, which enables players to analyze space, work harder and smarter to break down defenses, and think 2 plays ahead. This will help create a more realistic feel of the game. The game also has the most comprehensive dribbling system to help be more creative when it comes down to one-on-one encounters.
You know, let me just say that FIFA is an amazing soccer game, and I'm very happy that the new one's coming out because I cannot wait to unleash my inner Euro and just go crazy on the field.
There you go. You got to rep your team that you come from, you know?
Looks like an awesome game, and I can't wait to play it.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot for
I would
that.
like to try.
Lady Gaga is launching a campaign to help people with eating disorders.
Plus, Usher puts his tour on hold, and Fiona Apple sparks a war of words in Texas. Christina Mulcher reports in today's Hollywood Minute.
Gaga is opening up about her struggles with eating disorders. Gaga revealed on her fan website that she's battled anorexia and bulimia since she was 15. The performer posted photos of herself and announced she's creating Body Revolution 2013. She wants her website to be a place where her fans can share their struggles and stories and find support from others. Usher fans overseas will have to wait a little longer to catch him in concert. The singer is postponing his upcoming Euphoria tour in Europe until next fall. Usher said in a statement he's taking time to focus on his children and thanks his fans for their continued support. Usher is in a heated custody dispute with his former wife. Fiona Apple is in a war of words in Texas. The singer recently spent a night in jail there after Border Patrol agents allegedly found marijuana and hashish on her tour bus. During a performance in Houston the day after her release, Apple told fans a few of the jail employees were not nice. Word got back to the sheriff's office and a spokesman issued a tough response, saying, "Just shut up and sing." He even went as far to say that her arrest jump-started her career, since then it appears Apple is sticking to promoting her new album. For Hollywood Minutes, I'm Christina Muchler.
Thanks for that, and now a full look at sports with Ben Sperduti.
Good evening, Oswego. It's time for sports. Fans, coaches, and players of the NFL are one step closer to resting easy on flubbed games. A report from ESPN's Chris Mortensen suggests that the referee lockout plaguing the league could possibly end this weekend. A meeting between the league and the union lasted from Tuesday night until early Wednesday morning. However, in order for Week 4 to be free of potential chaotic calls, a deal will have to be made by tonight. If not, consensus is that there is enough pace on both sides to see a deal happening this week. And then out on the baseball diamond, the Bronx Bombers continued their dominance on the shoulders of CC Sabathia. The Yankees blasted away the Minnesota Twins in a commanding 8-2 victory, with Sabatia's record improving to 14-6. Even with the Twins opening up in the scoring, the third inning was all about the Yankees, with a 2-run double by Robinson Cano and a 2-run triple by Curtis Granderson to set the pace. When asked about Sabatia's performance, Twins all-star Joe Mauer said, quote, "That's the best I've seen him, and I've been watching him for a long time." And just when the NHL lockout looked frustrating enough, the 2012 #1 pick ran into problems of his own. Edmonton draft pick Nail Yakupov was suspended by Russia's Continental Hockey League after appearing in 2 games illegally. Yakupov failed to secure a transfer card that would have allowed him to play overseas with permission from his junior team, the Sarnia Sting of the OHL. The group Hockey Canada, responsible for issuing the card, is appealing on his behalf. Without the card, Yakupov should only be allowed to play in Edmonton or Sarnia per his contract. And that'll do it for sports. Now back over to the news desk with Marissa and John.
Thanks, Ben, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the lighter side of news and a final look at your forecast.
But first, let's take a look at your community calendar.
Hi, we're Real Big Fish.
And you're watching WTOP 10.
Like the number.
Hair loss. Now this rash on my face, what's going on?
For answers, ask your doctor the right question.
Could I have lupus?
W. TOP.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with its in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Here's a dive into the lighter side of news. If bacon is your favorite food group, then there is some terrible news coming your way. The National Pork Board, based out of Des Moines, Iowa, released a statement saying that high feed prices for pigs will decrease the overall amount of pork on the market, starting as early as next year. The best news pigs have heard in a while is very depressing news for breakfast lovers everywhere, as the apocalypse, as it's known on Twitter, may be the first drought of its kind.
Jenny Farley, also known as Jay Wow, from the cast of The Jersey Shore, is now engaged to her 37-year-old boyfriend, Roger Matthews. The 27-year-old reality TV star told the magazine that Matthews proposed while the two were taking a lesson skydiving. Some fans are wondering if her upcoming nuptials will in any way affect her Jersey Shore spin-off, Snooki and Jay Wow. The happy couple has yet to set a date.
If Halloween masks contributed to voting numbers, President Obama would have the election won yesterday. As it was announced today, his mask was outselling his competitors by a wide margin. BuyCostumes.com reports that Obama masks are outselling Romney masks by 30%, and that might be bad news for Romney. The website claims that the candidate who sells more masks has won the last 3 elections. So we may already know the answer to the age-old question of who is the next president of these United States. And now let's take a final look at your forecast with meteorologist Rob Camille.
Well, thank you, John. As we wake up tomorrow, Thursday morning, 50 degrees to start your day, nice blue skies out on campus. Temperature's going to slowly increase as the morning goes on, reaching our high of 62 degrees by 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow. Yeah, that's good. You know, let me just say, so this bacon shortage that's coming, you don't know how upset I am because
Are you a bacon lover?
I am a very big bacon lover.
Oh boy.
I'm not a bacon lover.
Really?
I know. I'm more of a pancake person.
I mean, bacon.
Okay. All right. All right.
When the two are paired together,
You could put bacon on whatever you want, whenever you want, and it just makes every situation better.
This is going to make a lot of people like very angry. I can see that.
See, but here's the bad thing. I was reading another article saying we only have to deal with the bacon shortage, but apparently in Europe they have to deal with a sausage shortage as well.
Yeah, well, bacon wins anyway. But anyway, that will do it for us here at WTOP 10 News. For the 10 News team.
I'm Ben Sperduti.
I'm Rob Camille.
I'm Marissa Sarback.
And I'm John Mangello. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.